Hey guys, today's video we're going to demonstrate on how to properly coat a polished concrete floor step by step. By the end of the video, you're going to see how to bring the shine back to polished concrete while also adding layers of protection. So before we head over to the local school where we're doing this demonstration, let's go through all the safety precautions and product information that you'll need to perform this process yourself. Alright, for safety supplies, our first thing, and one of the most important, is going to be wet floor signs. Now these are going to help prevent trip and falls from just people coming by your workspace. Secondly, gloves. So we're always going to recommend wearing gloves. At Regent we got our 3mm and 6mm dragon skin gloves. 3mm for regular chemical cleaning. We also have the 6mm for any heavier duty chemicals. Two items that are not mandatory, but we always recommend: face masks and your safety glasses, tinted if you're cool. And for footwear, we're going to go with some booties. So you can either wear non-slip shoes, or we just recommend picking up a pack of these booties. They're very cost effective. You'll just slip them on, and they actually have a tread on them as well, so they'll help prevent you slip and fall when you're walking through the wet area. Okay, now that we've gone over your safety supplies, we're going to move on to showing you how to prep your floor. So to begin, we're going to start with some simple painter's tape, and we're going to tape off 500 square feet on each end. Now next we're going to go to a dust mop. So we're going to dust mop the entire area to ensure it's free of dirt and debris. Now once our area is dust mopped, we're going to begin the scrubbing process. So we're going to use two things. We're going to use DensiClean. This is a 1 to 256 dilution and designed specifically for cleaning polished concrete. Now it comes in either a 1 liter bottle, or we can install a fast draw dilution system in your janitor room. And then the pad we're going to be using is a green pad. So this is going to be a deeper scrub pad than your typical daily cleaning pad. So we can ensure we get as much dirt and soils out of the floor before we coat it. Okay, now another product you may have to use is Liquid Strip. So this is made by Betco as well. Now this is going to be used for taking off any topical coatings that are already existing on the polished concrete. In today's demonstration, there was not an existing coating, so we didn't have to do this process. If there was, you would be using Liquid Strip and a black pad to take off the existing coating. Once we've scrubbed the floor and picked up the water with our auto scrubber, we're going to move on to our next step, which is neutralizing. Now neutralizing is the cheapest, but also one of the most important steps in this process. So what we're going to do, we're going to take this little packet, we're going to mix it with 5 gallons of water in your mop bucket, and we're going to mop it on the floor to neutralize any residue that's remaining from the DensiClean. Now that our floor is neutralized, we're going to move on to our final step, which is coating the floor. So to coat the floor today, we're going to use Liquid Shield made by Betco. Now Liquid Shield is a water-based concrete guard that's formulated to enhance gloss and provide a substantial amount of protection from staining and etching on polished concrete and terrazzo floors. To apply it, we're going to use two items. So first is going to be a pump sprayer. Now we're just going to mist our Liquid Shield onto the floor in nice thin coats. And then we're going to use our microfiber flat mop with our finish pad in a figure-8 motion to apply the coat evenly. So after each coat of Liquid Shield is applied, we're going to use our Betco CreteRx SI burnishing pad once the Liquid Shield is dry. So this is going to enhance the gloss, and it's also going to harden the coating. Now that you know all the products and procedures, I'm sure you want to know how well they work. So come with us to a customer site where we enhance their dull-looking concrete and make it shine again. To begin, we started by taping off the section of the floor that we planned on rejuvenating. Next, we scanned the area for any gum or sticky residue, which we removed with a scraper, followed by a dust mop of the entire area to remove any debris. Our next step is to deep scrub the floor. The first way you can do this is using an auto scrubber paired with a green pad and DensiClean. If you don't have an auto scrubber, you can mop on the DensiClean and then use a swing machine with a green pad to scrub the floor. If using a swing machine to deep scrub your floor, A technique we recommend is using a north-south and then east-west pattern to ensure you get full coverage of the floor. Once the floor is fully scrubbed, you can use either an auto scrubber or a wet-dry vacuum to pick up the DensiClean from the floor. Once the DensiClean is picked up from the floor, we can move on to our next step, which is neutralizing. Once you've added the neutralizer to the water in your mop bucket, mop it on using a figure-8 motion to ensure full coverage. Once the floor has been fully neutralized, we need to wait for the floor to dry. This will take roughly 30 to 45 minutes. To speed up this process, you can use an air mover, which will cut down the wait time significantly. Now that the floor is fully dried, we can move on to the coating process. We'll begin by putting Liquid Shield into a pump-up sprayer with a medium fan. To begin the coating process, saturate the flat mop. Next, spray thin, even coats of Liquid Shield onto the floor using the pump sprayer. Then take your flat mop, begin with the edges, and then use figure-8 motions working backwards to ensure an even coating. After finishing the first coat, allow 30 minutes for the floor to dry. Once dry, begin the second coat using the exact same process that you used for the first coat. Once the second coat of Liquid Shield has dried, the floor is now protected from staining and etching, and we've also achieved a high gloss. By following these steps and using the correct products, you too can protect your polished concrete floors and make it shine just like we did here. Thanks for watching. If you'd like to schedule your own on-site demonstration or have any more questions, just reach out to our sales team at sales@regentsupply.com. Don't forget to check out our online catalog and subscribe for more videos just like this.